Hello, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. This is your tarot, rune, and oracle reading for the month of November 2025. The rune that's coming out for you is called Isa, and this is the ice rune. So when I first started reading runes, I thought this was a negative rune, but then it would come out for me in certain personal readings, and I understood it on a deeper level. What Isa means is, and you know what's funny, actually, this same rune came out last November. Don't ask me how I remember that, but it's this feeling of like, man, when is life gonna start kicking up a bit for me? There's this sense of like you have goals in mind, and there's this illusion that those goals are not moving forward, or like life is quieter in general at this time. Like maybe all of your friends are just really busy this month, they can't make the time to see you. Maybe work is a little bit slow and you're like, what am I going to do? How am I going to pay the bills? But the blessing in the Isa rune is that this gives you the time and space to really, really focus on yourself. Or like maybe you're talking to somebody, you're like interested in somebody, but there's some sort of unknown factor that keeps you in like a limbo with them, and you have to just wait and see how things develop. You know, there's this energy of waiting and seeing how things develop due to issues that are outside of your control, okay? So there's nothing you can do about that, but the hidden blessing in this is that that time and that space should be used in a very gratitude-based way. You know, think of it like this. If all of your friends are busy, you don't know where you stand with somebody, work is slow, you have all of this time and all of this space to really just focus on yourself and your goals there. Like, when life is slow like this, it's just such a waste to let that slowness make you anxious and just like sit around all day like, oh, what do I do? Like waiting around. If you find yourself waiting, let me tell you, you're doing life wrong. Okay, you're doing life wrong. There's so much for you to do. Think of it like this. You have all this extra time and space to read books. Like, come on. There's so many books you haven't read. To make music, to write, to go running or lifting, swimming, kayaking. Like, what is your thing? What do you want to do? What are the things that you're like, oh man, if I had the extra time, I would totally love to blank. What is it? Because this is the month to do it, okay? This is a month to just really be selfish in the best way possible because you have the time and space and resources to do so. So yeah, it would just be such a waste if you let this energy just keep you in a state of anxiety. You know, you don't want to do that. And another message that I'm picking up just intuitively for you, Cancer, you never know when you're going to get this opportunity next, you know? Because oftentimes Isa, I've noticed this throughout my years of reading, Isa tends to come out right before life gets extremely busy. Okay, so it's like, for example, you're like, oh, woe is me, I'm single, whatever. And it's like, okay, but what you're not seeing is that you being single, you have all this extra time, space, whatever, to do what you want. And also, this might be the last time in your life that you're single. You never know. So it's like, why are you sitting here crying about it when you might not get this chance ever again? So there's a big message here of try to avoid the grass is greener on the other side syndrome, okay? Because right now you're actually really blessed and in a really strong position. So try to reframe whatever it is that is perhaps at a standstill and view it as a really good thing. Like, you know, it's actually kind of good that this relationship isn't defined, or that my friends are busy, or that my work is slow, because it gives me the opportunity to, I don't know, go on dates with other people, read my books, do this, do that, you know. First card out from the energy oracle is the garden and the gate uprights. I don't know why I'm seeing this as you and you're just looking at that gate like, should I do that? There's so much more growth and potential and abundance. You're already in a state of abundance here, I want to say. You already have a lot of blessings. But it's funny because and actually, isn't that funny? Because look at this. This kind of describes grass is greener on the other side vibe, right? Like, you're here in this garden that is flowering, absolutely abundant. But you're looking out there at the grass and you're like, but over there, all those possibilities. Listen, I would recommend exploring your growth zone and getting out there and running in those fields and planting new seeds this November. Go for it, make the most of this month and this time and space. We have door to value in reverse. Yeah. And I kind of, this could be in relation to the Isa message. Work can be slow. Some of you may be really panicking about your finances at this time. And let me tell you something that I learned myself. So I've been in business for years. How long has it been? Like 8 years, 9 years. And, many of those years I was in poverty. And so when I would have slow seasons, it would really be detrimental to my mental health. And I would just not really allow myself to go out and do anything because I'm like, I don't make enough money. I have to stay chained to my desk. But the problem was I didn't have enough attention span to just work 18 hours a day every single day of my life. So what would happen is I'd work a little bit and then end up like scrolling on my phone or getting distracted. But like I wouldn't let myself go out and do other things or work on other things because I was so much in that lack mindset of like, I don't have anything, I need to blah, blah, blah. Things really shifted for me when I started seeing the blessings in my slow seasons. Like there are sometimes entire months where I don't make a single sale in readings. And during those months, historically, I have made the greatest developments in my business. I think one of those months early on is when I built my website by myself from scratch. I wrote my eBook in one of those months. I restructured my offerings and price points and everything like that and refined my business structure one of those months, which led to a lot of growth. You know what I mean? It's like these slower months and slower seasons of life are just ripe for personal growth and creative potential. And everything happens for a reason. Okay. I think that should be your mantra this month. Everything happens for a reason. And if things are slow right now, there's a reason for it. So whenever you find yourself in a mental struggle, like, oh, I hate this, like, why am I here? Why is this happening? Try to find the reason why it's happening. What is the pros of this? What is the plus side of this? And try to stay focused on that. Okay. And that is how you get yourself into the abundance mindset, the flow of abundance, which will inevitably attract more abundance into your life. All right. We have the thinking man in reverse here. This is an interesting one, kind of out of left field. There could be a masculine energy in your life who is, I'm getting, like, you may have a disdain for this person. Okay. We need to get the tarot and read more on that. First card out for you this month, 7 of Pentacles in reverse, success, unfulfilled. Yeah. See, this plays into that money stress that we were talking about. Let's get some more advice for you and answers. 10 of Swords, ruin. Let's see. We have Temperance, upright. I'm seeing a story beginning to play out, guys. And I do want to say, I don't feel like money stress is going to last the whole month. If you're watching this, the time that you're watching this, or the very, very, very end or beginning of October, November, that may be when you're stressed out about finances. So if you're watching this and you're stressed about finances, I want to say it's a temporary stress. It's very temporary, okay? And let's see what else comes out. Are you kidding me? Next card out, look at that, 10 of Pentacles. There you go. As I'm saying, it's a temporary stress. The card of wealth comes out. And look, literally it says wealth. I'm not making this up. Right there at the bottom, wealth. Okay? And look, this is coming out right underneath the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. So it's like success unfulfilled. Like, oh, I've been putting so much time and energy towards this goal, this career, this job, this house, this relationship. Like, why isn't it giving anything back? It's like the second you break out temperance, you reframing your mindset and viewing this time as a good thing, that's when the wealth comes in. So to me, I don't even want to say it's a rags to riches story, because I feel like you're not at rags. You know, you're actually a lot more abundant than I think you realize. But it's going to grow. You know, it's really going to grow. And it wouldn't shock me. Oh, I just got the phrase pop into my mind clairaudiently. Reaching into untapped potential. Reaching into untapped potential. This could be like diving into an untapped market, or filling a hole in consumer needs. Like for example, let's just say, I don't know. Let's just say you move to a town and they don't have any car mechanic there, and you're a car mechanic. It's like you're filling a hole in consumer needs, and you're guaranteed business. Or like you're offering something completely unique. And I also want to say, like, even if you're doing something that everybody else does, if you're doing it with authenticity, you know, you do offer something unique because it's like your brand, your personality doing that thing. Like, there's plenty of tarot readers on YouTube, but I'm the only one that's me. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah. Next to the Ten of Pentacles, we have the Four of Swords in reverse. And this says rest from strife right underneath the Ten of Swords. There's something here about physical recovery and the need to sleep, the need to physically rest, okay? I don't know if you guys are working really hard, pushing yourself to like the physical max, or even if like you've been injured or have some sort of illness or something, but I'm seeing recovery is a big part of this month. And then we have the Emperor in reverse, right underneath that Temperance card upright. Yeah, it's this sense of like really wanting to regain control of your life. It's been making you emotional that you are not as in control of your situation as you wish you were. And this month's all about regaining that control. Now, here's the thing. We talked about the Thinking Man in reverse being somebody external to you in your life, right? And we got that message of having a disdain for this person. When the Emperor came out in reverse as your final card, it really connected with that Thinking Man reverse energy. I wouldn't be surprised if towards the end of November, somebody reaches out to you who you're just like, why are you contacting me now? You know, it's giving narcissistic energy. Some of you guys, this could be like a father that you're not on speaking terms with, or an ex that you're not on speaking terms with, or even like a brother, or I don't know, I'm getting masculine energy. It doesn't necessarily have to be a man, but for a lot of you guys, it will be a man. Very selfish sort of energy. This could have been somebody who really hurt you, or just was completely like lacking empathy to like a maximum degree. And yeah, it's like you're getting your life together. You're becoming wealthy, prosperous, committed to your goals. And I actually see you in a great state of expansion. So it's like your personal life is actually quite good in November. There's a lot of wins here. Exploration of self. Figuring out certain problems that need figuring out, especially financially. And then it's like all of a sudden this person comes in. And that to me is kind of a sign that you're on the right path, as crazy as that sounds, because it always be like that, you know. You're finally starting to feel successful. Your life is coming together. You just know that great things are happening, you know. And then boom, that's when people suddenly come out of the woodworks to see if you're going to let them distract you from that success. Like, oh, psychic, everybody's psychic. Okay, these people, they pick up on the fact that you're thriving and succeeding through the energy systems. Even if you're not in contact, even if they don't believe in any of that stuff, they still have those abilities, like us all. And they reach out at the exact moment you're starting to succeed. Your message here, Cancer, is to continue being picky about who you're spending time with and who you're giving your energy to, because you're on a winning streak in life, and you want to be very careful about who you're giving time and energy away to, because you may have seen this pattern in the past where you start to get onto that winning streak and then you end up like in a new relationship or really into a friendship or whatever, and then it just distracts you from it. It's like, oh, I'm starting to finally succeed in life, and then my brother relapses, or this person I'm in a relationship with starts going crazy and I have to focus my energy on them. You know, that's always a red flag to me when that happens. Like, if you're winning at something in life and then somebody suddenly has some sort of crisis, that's a sign of narcissism. Like, especially if it's like really big days of success for you, like your birthday, graduation, race day, whatever you're doing. If the people in your life suddenly have these issues around the time that are supposed to be celebrating you, and it sort of takes the attention off of you, that to me, I dog ear that mentally. I'm like, interesting. Let's see if this becomes a pattern. Somebody who has a history of doing that, maybe trying to come back in. So view that as a sign that you're doing something right because you're on a winning streak in life. But 10 of Swords, don't let them come back in to ruin your success, okay? So yeah. Thank you so much for joining me. Definitely watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs to get the fullest overview of this month ahead. Like this video, comment how it resonated down below, and subscribe if you have not already. Thank you guys. Bye.